Good morning and welcome to your first English video for term 3, not for the year but for term 3 anyway. I hope that you've enjoyed having a bit of a break. Today we're going to be looking at creativity in the text, but more specifically how creativity heals. There are 4 characters in the text that this very specifically addresses, so I'm just going to focus on them. And once you have an idea of who is involved, what you're going to do is then expand on that and talk about healing. Then next week, your last creative assignment will be on writing your own short story about how creativity heals. All right, so let's begin with Mr. Tom. How is Mr. Tom creative? Well, firstly, he plays the organ. In what other ways has Mr. Tom been creative? In the way he reads to Willie. It's another way in which he's creative. As he puts on characters and voices. He sings with the choir as well. So Mr. Tom is very musical. Next we'll look at Zach. Zach is also very straightforward in that he is very much into acting, dancing, specifically tap dancing, and he's into acting and dancing and all the plays, and reading all the plays as well. So he's got a bit of reading in there too. Next let's look at Jeffrey. Jeffrey's very small as well. You meet him right at the end, so some of you are going to sit there and say to me, who is Jeffrey? And I'm going to know that you're not at the end of the play yet, or you only watched the film. Jeffrey is a returned soldier. He is an amputee, and he lost his best friend during the war, and he witnessed him die. This was very traumatic for Jeffrey, and he moved into the haunted house. All right, so I'm just giving you a bit of backstory here. He moved into what the boys, George in particular, thought was a haunted house, and he developed a way of emotional healing through painting. And the other way in which he started to heal was through teaching. And he taught William to paint. So William has painting. He does that from the very beginning, painting, drawing. He also has singing in the choir. So he sings in the choir. And then he also has acting. Now, the big thing with William about acting is initially, while being very talented at acting, he stays with the safer roles, the more subdued roles. And it's not until after Zach's death, spoiler alert if you're not there, that he really embraces this whole concept of becoming extroverted through his performance and almost embodying the character that Zach would play. What would Zach do? And that is his form of healing when Zach dies. So what I would like you to do, your first task, is to go and finish this mind map. I'll take a photo, it will be on the link page. Expand it. I would like you to tell me what it is that they are healing from and what it is that brings them healing. So in William's case, I want you to explore how acting helps him heal from Zach. Drawing helps him find out who he is and deal with the fact that his mother is abusive. Singing helps him connect with Mr. Tom. I want you to explore this in more detail for each of these 4 characters. If you have not gotten to Jeffrey yet, I'd still expect you to do it. All right, he is in the last few chapters, I think 18 through 22. So please check out who he is. He is slightly important in this sort of concept of creativity for healing. Thank you. That's the first task.